up? What up? What's going on? Me, I'm just relaxing, chilling, doing what I always do, getting some fresh air, staying out of the way. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Um, I wanted to talk about how I ran into a fox the other night. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never actually seen a fox in person before. And I gotta tell you, man, these things are much bigger than I thought they were. I mean, this coyote, I meant to say fox. This fox that I saw was almost the size of a coyote. This was a big fox. And I don't know if it, I think it was lost because it was in the middle of a very busy street in the middle of the city. Um, it looked like it was scared to me. And I saw it running towards me. It was running down the sidewalk. It was coming the opposite way of me. And as it was coming by me, it looked at me and it sort of flinched a little bit. Now, when I looked at it, it was almost as if we had the same thought simultaneously because when I saw this thing, I know about the nature of a fox. Even though I've never seen one before, I know about the nature of them. The first thing came to my mind when I saw this thing was, yo, this thing might attack me. I didn't know what was going to happen. It, but I noticed that it looked like it was scared. And as it was running past me, it it looked at me and it flinched. It looked like it was scared of me, like it was afraid that I might attack it. And I made myself, how do I say it? I made myself look more passive. I made my body language look more passive. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to know how to communicate with animals. I made myself look more passive to this animal. And when it realized I wasn't a threat, it just ran right past me and continued about its business. It looked like it was trying to find its way home. I was totally stunned, man. I was amazed, yo, because I thought this thing was going to rip me in pieces, bro. Like, one thing you don't want to be attacked by a fox. But as I said before, uh, I don't know why, but for some reason, animals don't really seem to be afraid of me that much. Um, it's, it, they're capable of reading your aura and your body language the same way another person can. It's a shame how many people don't believe this. They don't understand just how intelligent animals can really be. Um, but yes, that was an incredible experience, man. Especially the size of this thing. I was more in disbelief about the size of this thing. I did not know that a fox can grow that big. I mean, seriously, if this thing stood up on its hind legs, it would be eye to eye with me. Like, I was like amazed, and I'm looking as it was about to rip past me. I'm thinking to myself, like, this thing just might attack me, but it didn't. It looked like it was just trying to find its way home. I felt sorry for him because the stuff that's going on around us right now, the things that they're doing to nature, is like forcing animals to migrate, try to migrate in other places. They're trying to survive any way they can, bro. They're basically just trying to survive like anyone else, man. You know, people be talking about inflation and stuff. These animals are going through it just as bad as we are right now. Whether people realize it or not, man, they have no idea. If you haven't noticed, especially if you live in like a major city, I'm pretty sure you've noticed they've been doing a lot of construction. They've been doing a lot of renovating on these hotels and stuff. They've been fixing up, they've been putting up a lot of new stores. It's just funny to me. We're dealing with the inflation and people who can barely afford anything already, but yet they keep putting up all these new stores. I wonder why. I mean, who is all this stuff for? It ain't for me. I'm just saying, bro. They know a lot of people have eyes wide shut right now. They don't know what's going on. And the people that know what's going on, they're afraid of you. They consider you a dangerous man, bro. I don't carry no weapons, bro, and the cops look at me like they want to beat my ass every time they see me. Excuse my language. I'm just being for real. The spirit, bro. It's the spirit, bro. Like I was telling someone before, the star badge that these police officers wear, that is the star of Ishtar. Okay? And the reason why they wear black, the black represents Saturn, the husband of Ishtar. Don't believe me? Look it up. They call her Nana, Ishtar, Astarte, whatever you want to call her. Isis, Iset, whatever you want to call her. She goes by many names, just like the devil, the Queen of Heaven, aka Lilith. As I said before, if you don't believe me, anything I'm telling you, look it up, bro. Find out for yourself. You have to want to know these things. You have to actually care about knowing about these things. These officers are not here to protect and serve you. That was a slogan they used to use like back in the 80s up into the early 90s. Notice how they slowly phased that out. They used to have that slogan printed on the side of their vehicles. Notice how they don't do that anymore. Now they ride around with tinted windows. You better know who your enemies are. You better know who your allies are. If you're a part of God's kingdom, you better start training. It's time to start training. Get back to training camp, yo. This war is about to rev up. Many of y'all are sleeping. It's time to get up, yo. You don't want to die in your sleep, yo. That's a horrible way to go out. You didn't even get a chance to defend yourself. You really want to be that person? I'm just saying, man. Don't take it from me. I'm getting ready. Physically and mentally. Listen, man. Majority of the day, this is all I think about, man. The spiritual war that's happening right before us, man. These people are getting prepared, bro. These people are even preparing a strategy to flee in case they have to flee from battle, aka Mars, the planet Mars. So y'all keep seeing how they've been launching all these rockets, especially last year. That's why. They're coming up. They've been building underground bunkers and stuff. These people are not your friends. They don't like you. They don't even like each other. I mean, that is the nature of demons. They even hate each other, believe it or not. But they would rather band together and fight against you than to be against each other. See, they understand the whole divide and conquer agenda much better than you do. These people were born of hate. Like I said before, about how all these celebrities are, not all of them, but a good chunk of them are no more. They're trapped in hell right now. These demons have possessed their flesh. A good example, Raven Simone. Raven Simone is a very good example to me. When she did that TV series, That's So Raven, she knew that her time was coming. She knew after that show, she knew that shortly after, or even before she even get a chance to finish that show, they were coming for her, bro. She knew that her time of fame was up. Because these demons, you gotta understand, they only give you a certain amount of time in Hollywood. And if you need more time, you can't sign another contract because they already got your contract in blood. You got to do something else. You got to make some type of sacrifice, even if it's your own flesh. And that is what she did. So when she did that show, That's So Raven, nowadays, this Raven you see now, that is not so Raven. That is not Raven Simone at all. Orlando Brown tried to tell you. Remember how he kept crying and talking about how he missed his friend? And he was asking people if they actually believed that's her. And they tried to say that he was crazy and he's a crackhead and all that stuff. Bro, the man was telling you. He was trying to tell you, bro, what happened to this woman, bro. And people kept saying he was crazy and stuff, man. Do I believe that Orlando Brown was on drugs? Yes, he was. Absolutely, he was on drugs. I mean, but think about it, though. The horrors this man has been put through in Hollywood since he was a child, the things he's had to see. All of those child stars end up doing some type of drugs after the things they witnessed and experienced. I mean, encountering literal demons and stuff. They didn't know these things actually existed, but they do now. How do you think they're going to react to that sort of thing? You think they're just going to return to a normal life and act like they didn't see anything? Of course not, man. He tried to tell people, bro, that's not her. But before he even talked about that, I already had that feeling that it wasn't her because she didn't look the same and she didn't act the same anymore. Her whole personality changed. He even admitted that. He was like, yo, does that look like Raven to you? So when they started talking about those cloning projects and stuff like that, I never really fed too much into it. But if you really think about it, when they started speaking about stuff like that, what they're really telling you is they're body swapped with demons. That's all it really means, bro. They're not actual clones. They're just body swapped. The actual person is no longer. They said this about Eminem. They said this about Gucci Mane and quite a few others. Now, those particular celebrities, I'm not really sure about. It's possible. But Raven Simone, I believe it 100%. I believe Orlando Brown was speaking truthfully because even I noticed that something was different about her after she did that show. All of a sudden, it's just funny to me because they kept talking about how he was crazy and how he's a crackhead and stuff. But yet, this chick, Raven Simone, was sitting there talking about how she likes to put period blood in her spaghetti and then eat it, bro. And then she'll she'll do some type of magic ritual where she'll take some of that period blood and put it behind her ears. They call it vabbing or some shit. Excuse my language. Vabbing. Vabbing. I never heard that word before. I only heard it recently. I heard somebody else speaking about it. She's shaving her head bald and stuff. She never do stuff like this. Only after she did that show, bro. Her time of fame and for her time in Hollywood was up, bro. Maybe that was part of the deal that she signed. She had to give over her flesh. Because you gotta think about it, man. Some of these people would rather give over their own flesh than to give up one of their family members, which is understandable. But me personally, I wouldn't do neither of those things. I would never give myself over to Satan for fortune and fame. It's not worth it, bro. Fortune and fame is temporary. Eternal suffering is forever. Do you hear me? Raven-Symoné is in a sunken place, yo. Like I told you before, that's why they make these movies like Get Out. That's why they make these movies like Eyes Wide Shut. Be vigilant, everyone. Be vigilant. Understand that the Most High Word is being revealed to us, man. He spoke about these things ages ago. It's not a myth. You cannot convince me that the word of the Most High is myth when everything he's telling you in the good book has come to fruition. There's no way you can convince me of that. Everything that's been spoken about, even it all the way up to the book of Revelations, talked about everything that we will begin to see here. Things that will begin to happen. So, yo, just be aware. Just be aware, yo. If you don't believe me, man, that's fine. Like I always say, I don't deal with belief. The truth needs to be spoken here. Only a truth is going to be spoken here. It doesn't matter if you believe me. I don't need you to believe me. I don't care about what you believe in. And that probably sounds insensitive to you, but I do not care. I don't care about what you believe in. I care about what you know. What do you know? If you know something, then tell me. If you don't know anything, then just stay quiet. It's very simple. Don't try to argue with me and tell me what you think. I'm going to ignore you. I'm telling you right now, I will not reply to you at all. Even if you have a good opinion about me, I don't care about your good opinions about me or your bad opinions about me because you don't know me. It's very simple. How can you know me when you don't even know yourself? And like I always say, I speak to you with love. I speak to you hard like this, and I speak to you with a firm voice because I love you. You need to understand certain things about this world we live in. You can't just look at this at face value and think that everything is just what you see. No, there's a lot more here than what you see. Like I said, you can train a dog to listen to you and obey your commands, but that dog doesn't speak English. You're going to tell me that's not spiritual? Yeah, okay. I'm just saying, yo. I'm not trying to be mean, yo. I'm really not, man. But you know what I mean? When you love someone, man, you gotta show them, you gotta give them tough love. When they being hard-headed, bro. Anybody can tell you that. When someone you care about is just sitting there being hard-headed, they don't want to listen, you gotta give them tough love, man. Sometimes that's the only way they will learn, bro. I was one of those people, bro. At one point in my life, especially in my 20s, I would not listen to nobody, man. But one thing I did used to do, I don't know why I used to do this. I used to always listen to the old heads when they tried to tell me things. I would remember what they tell me, even if I didn't like necessarily do whatever they suggested I do. I will always remember what they said to me. It will always be in the back of my head. I remember the old heads used to always try to talk to me because I was always running the streets. I would be running up in people's houses and everything, man. Trying to rob people. I used to be doing all kind of stupid stuff. Because just like majority of the world right now, I didn't know who I was. I had no understanding of self. That was why I was doing these things. So that's why I talk to you like this. I don't want you to be that person that I used to be. If you're living like that right now, please put your childish ways aside. It's time to be a man. It's time to be a woman, yo. This war is revving up, bro. You don't want to get killed in your sleep without even having a chance to defend yourself. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? You at least deserve that chance to defend yourself from what's happening right now, man. It's time to wake up. I would keep slapping you in your face hard as hell. Yo, you'll be mad at me. And I'm telling you straight up, I don't care. I want you to wake up. I don't care if you're mad. I want you to wake up and see what's right in front of you, because I'm looking at this threat that's coming to you that you don't see because you're laying in the bed sleep. I love you, yo. Peace. Stay cool. Stay positive. And remember, if you need someone to talk to right now about these things I'm speaking on, I have it here. I will listen, yo. I'm dead serious. But don't come to me talking crazy, man. Just saying anything, I will ignore you. I'm telling you straight up, man. You want to stay asleep? Then stay asleep. You're a grown man, you're a grown woman. I can't tell you what to do. But I will keep slapping you in your face until you wake up, yo. I'm not lying. I will just keep doing it.